From the producers of Miss Supranational comes a competition for men with the stage, lights, music, and unique elements, making it the most exciting and modern pageant TV competition show on the globe. A contest with an exclusive formula aiming to discover an instant celebrity and new talents for television and the modeling world. This event has finally come to life. Mister Supranational.
Baby, if you're stripped, you could get a tip, 'cause I like it just the way you are.
Talk to me, girl.
The 7th edition of Mister Supranational will take place on 15th July 2023. Over 40 candidates from every corner of the planet will be competing for the title. The show will be broadcast live, reaching a massive global television audience on every continent. A new era of entertainment competition show begins with Mister Supranational, and you will not want to miss it. Previous winners include Mexico, Venezuela, India, America, Peru, Cuba. The current Miss Supranational, Luis Galvez from Cuba, is currently promoting good causes. And here they are, the Mister Supranational 2023 contestants. Giuliano Fascia is Mister Supranational Argentina 2023. He has a degree in marketing, he's a technician in communication sciences, and he currently has a company in the financial field. Modeling is one of his passions, and he has always aspired to be an international model. Giuliano believes title holders have enormous power when they are given us these exhibition platforms to be able to contribute and help others in multiple ways. He is currently supporting the 4 Children Foundation, an entity that is dedicated to helping getting high-cost medicines for disadvantaged children who have diabetes.
El mejor consejo para tener una vida saludable es combinar una muy buena dieta alimenticia acompañada de una muy buena disciplina deportiva.
Ben Steyhout, Mister Supranational Belgium from Brussels, is an enterprise marketer. He is currently working as an enterprise marketer. Ben used to struggle with low self-esteem due to acne and being very thin, and says this led to a lack of self-confidence, which stayed long after his teenage years. Participating in Mister Supranational Belgium helped him to build confidence and self-love. The experience taught him to embrace his unique qualities and to see his imperfections as part of what makes him beautiful as a person. Mister Supranational Brazil 2023 is Henrique Martens. Henrique is 31 years old and 180 centimeters tall. He won the title of Mr. Brazil 2023 last month and is a former Olympic swimmer. He served in the Army for 8 years and graduated with a degree in advertising and marketing. Henrique is currently living and working in Sao Paulo. He is well-traveled due to his swimming career and has lived in Italy and the United States for a while. Along with his brother, he started a social and environmental project called Go Martin. It is focused on helping vulnerable families living in rural areas to develop ecotourism activities in a sustainable way in order to increase their income and minimize their environmental impact. Mister Supranational Cambodia 2023 is Vorn Sila. Vorn was the national title holder of Mr. Cambodia 2019. Mr. Vorn Sila is 25 years old and stands at the towering height of 188 centimeters. He is a strong candidate with both physical appearance, personality, and extensive knowledge with an education background. This handsome man defeated 39 other handsome men to become the winner to represent Cambodia in the Mister Supranational competition in Poland. Daniel Ambouda is the first ever Mister Supranational Cameroon. He grew up in Cameroon but is now living in France, where he obtained a law degree. He is now a student lawyer and waiting to take his oath. He wants to use the Mister Supranational platform to spread this message. Mister Supranational Canada 2023 is Louis Portels. He is 27 years old and 180 centimeters tall. Currently living in Montreal, Louis was born and raised in Holguin, Cuba. He is currently working in a financial institution as a resource officer. Louis graduated with a bachelor's degree in communications, focusing on media studies and organizational communications.
In a realm where dreams know no boundaries, where diversity thrives in every corner, I take my place. Today, I proudly stand not just as a representative of Canada, but as a living testament to the power of embracing authenticity.
Mister Supranational Cuba 2023 is Richard Acosta. Richard is 27 years old and 183 centimeters tall. He is a business administration student and business banker. As hobbies, he really likes to travel, get to know new cultures, places, and outdoor physical activities. Mr. Supranational Czech Republic 2023 is Jakub Bitech. He is an experienced QAI, engineer and IT industry lead. Jakub will represent his country at Mister Supranational 2023. He is an experienced QA, engineer and IT industry lead who is always learning and striving to improve his knowledge of new technologies and trends in information technology. He found purpose and direction in life through triathlons and co-founded a team with like-minded individuals. The team became his second family, and it helps to keep him focused, fight depression and anxiety. He is grateful for the opportunity to be part of it and hopes his story inspires others to start their own initiatives. Carlos Carrasco is Mister Supranational Dominican Republic. Jan is 29 years old and 178 centimeters tall. He was born in the city of Santiago de los Caballeros, Dominican Republic. Jan is a graduate student in the marketing career and with studies in photography and acting, which he has been developing professionally for 9 years. He is a lover of the arts, such as music, reading, cinema, and photography. Bruno Barbieri Roguero comes from Guayaquil, Ecuador, and was named Mister Supranational Ecuador in April 2023. He graduated with a Bachelor of Environmental Engineering and Nutrition and is currently working as an actor between Ecuador and Italy. This citizen of the world is of Italian and Brazilian descent. He enjoys surfing, skating, climbing, and jumping off cliffs, riding horses, and being surrounded by his loved ones. Bruno's goals include having a lot of exposure so he can help people being healthier and reducing the impact on the earth by being less aggressive with our development and being minimalist. One of his missions is to plant a tree on every soil that he goes to explore and build an easy access program for people to eat and train in a sustainable way. Representing Ecuador at Mister Supranational is a huge accomplishment for Bruno. Mister Supranational Equatorial Guinea 2023 is Vicente Benjamin Roxum-Sandin. Vicente is 19 years old and 195 centimeters tall. He is both an artist and also an athlete. Mister Supranational France is Quentin Borg, Pastry. He is entrepreneur representing Ile-de-France, edged out 15 other aspirants for the title of Mr. Universal France. 2023 in pageant held January 23, in pageant held January 21 at the Centre de Rencontres Innovantes in Villiers. He is the founder of a food business dedicated to an emblem French gastronomy, the Croquet Monsieur. The idea for his concept was born after the pandemic to give new life to the restaurant owned by his parents. Inspired by their entrepreneurship and their love for French food, he decided to quit his life as an office worker to take on this new challenge. Michaelis Kalikov is Mister Supranational Greece 2023. He has a degree in mechanical engineering and is currently working in this field at a service station, and he helps his father with his business too. In his free time, he enjoys cycling, exercising, and the thrill of racing karts as he is a huge fan of motorsport racing. Meditation plays an important part in Michaelis' life as he believes it is the best way to exercise his mind, and he also believes in the power of affirmations. Will Greece get their first win this year after their success at our last edition? Mister Supranational India 2023 is Raj Singh. Raj is a super talented boy since he was 16. He has been in theater for years. So he is an actor. He has participated in series, movies, and music videos. Being an entertainment star, he is also a model and has carried out different advertising campaigns in his country, as well as already participated last year in another local contest. Without a doubt, Raj is a super prepared boy with experience in the field that makes him an outgoing person and with the power of communication. Adib Duetama, a medical doctor from South Sumatra, will represent Indonesia at Mister Supranational 2023. Adib obtained his medical degree and a master's degree in public health at the age of 24. Some of his other achievements include representing his country at the Abu Dance Festival in India and attending the International Future Leadership Program in Chicago, Illinois. Adib created his own non-profit platform called Miracle Leukemia. It aims to create awareness about cancer and also support cancer survivors. He aspires to be a professor in the medical field and dedicate his knowledge and power to medical development and research, especially on non-communicable diseases. Mister Supranational Italy 2023 is Fabio Kamitari. Fabio is a 24 years old and 186 centimeters tall Italian hunk from Venice who has been announced as the winner of Mr. Italia 2023. Fabio Kamitari is the Venetian track and field instructor. Aside from working as a track and field instructor, Kamitari is a personal trainer. He entered Mr. Italia to push himself beyond his comfort zone and test his limit. Young Woo Lee is Mister Supranational Korea 2023. Young Woo is 32 years old and 184 centimeters tall. He is a licensed pilot and enjoys playing sports and supporting charitable activities. He holds a bachelor's degree from one of the best universities in Korea, and he has served in the Air Force of his country. Young Woo is also a licensed pilot, and he is a qualified teacher. In his free time, he enjoys playing sports, going to art exhibitions, and doing community work. Young Woo has been involved in many charitable activities, raising money for veterans. He also supports an organization that provides coal services to households in need of coal. He sees competing in Mister Supranational as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and cannot wait to be part of the experience. Mister Supranational Malaysia 2023 is Daniel Hanson Idris. He is the most phenomenal contestant in the beauty pageant event. Danielle is 28 years old and 180 centimeters tall, a full-time professional student and model who comes from Sabah. He is part Malay, Chinese, and Danish descent. His hobbies are working out, soccer, and biking. Daniel was crowned the 4th Mr. Tourism World in 2019. The aspiring bodybuilder, born and bred in the heart of Kuala Lumpur, wishes to further take the world by storm through winning even more pageants on a global scale. This handsome young bodybuilder and model who aspires to be an actor is also passionate about saving animals, especially those on the brink of extinction. Born in Kuala Lumpur and having lived in Abu Dhabi for 4 years, Danielle, whose father is a pilot, has had the privilege of traveling to places in the US and Europe. Danielle's exotic good looks are thanks to his parents. His dad is half Malay and half Danish, while mom is an ethnic Chinese from Sabah. Mister Supranational Mexico 2023 is Luis Carlos Garcia Cuadra. Luis is 30 years old and 183 centimeters tall. He is a model and dental surgeon. He was born in Lázaro Cárdenas, Michoacán, and lives in Guadalajara. He is studying at the Autonomous University of Guadalajara, UAG, and is the eldest of 3 siblings. His career began in the healthcare sector as a dentist, establishing his private practice in the Guadalajara area of Jalisco. Today, he continues to work in aesthetic dentistry with various specialists in his well-known clinic in the city of Tapachia. Along with his career, he has started a modeling career collaborating in photography, advertisements, and music videos, growing nationally and globally with big, well-known brands. Malin van den Berg is Mister Supranational Namibia 2023. Malin is 25 years old and 176 centimeters tall. He is currently working in the aviation industry, focusing on in-flight catering. He studied hospitality management in Johannesburg, South Africa, and aspires to open his own coffee franchise. Though having a fear of heights, Malin is an adrenaline junkie and likes to take on new challenges. Mister Supranational Nepal 2023 is Shishir Weigel. Shishir is 24 years old and 186 centimeters tall. He is a commercial ambassador for the model agency House of Fashion Nepal since 2022 and lives in the capital city, Kathmandu. He studied at the Kathmandu School of Law. Luca Doreen is Mister Supranational Netherlands 2023. Luca is 26 years old and 187 centimeters tall. He holds a bachelor's degree in sports and economics and is currently working in sales for AIT. company in Amsterdam. Luca is also pursuing a career in modeling. He is very proud of his Dutch, Turkish, and Italian heritage and can speak 6 languages: Dutch, English, Italian, Turkish, German, and French fluently, and he also speaks some Spanish. His dream is to become an entrepreneur and role model for young people who want to follow their dreams. He enjoys doing fashion modeling, participating in photo shoots, and walking on the runway, an industry which he has been part of for almost a decade. Mister Supranational Nigeria 2023 is Gideon Anayade Nwawo. Gideon is 25 years old and 185 centimeters tall. Is an actor, host, presenter, model, entrepreneur, and content creator. He studied at the University of Bells Otta in Nigeria and also at the Beulah International School. Mario Bianco is Mister Supranational Panama 2023. He is 28 years old and 184 centimeters tall, born in the province of Chiriquí. Mario Bianco holds a degree in marketing majoring in graphic design. He also holds a postgraduate degree in senior management. He is currently working for a digital application creation company. Mario is currently building his From the Ground Up project to help different animal welfare foundations in his home region of Chiriquí. He also supports a foundation that spreads awareness of hive prevention as well as education about hive. Mister Supranational Peru 2023 is Stefano Burmellon. He was born in Lima. He is 26 years old, measures 190 centimeters, has excellent oratory in English, Spanish, and a strong stage presence. He is a musician, actor, and plastic artist, graduated from the visual arts career at the Escuela Superior de Arte Corriente, Alterna, and specialized in the Escuela Nacional Superior Autonoma de Bellas Artes. Mister Supranational Philippines 2023 is Johannes Rissler. Johannes is 24 years old and 189 centimeters tall. Is actor, model, and singer. He was born in Panabo City, Davao del Norte. He became recognizable as a finalist of Vitamin 2019, a search for the next leading man and a segment of the ABS-CBN noontime show It's Showtime. From top models to beauty pageants, Daniel Trax is Mister Supranational Poland 2023. Daniel is 25 years old and 189 centimeters tall. He was Poland's Next Top Model Cycle 6 contestant. He is a professional model for the 2 model agency, one in Poland and another in Turkey. He has been cooperating with brands on Instagram for years and is a regular guest in the Studio DN Dobrai TV. Daniel loves sports, specifically football, as a striker for the Chorzo movement. He speaks several languages, including Chinese or Arabic, and even the basics of Latin and Greek.
So my best tip in order to be fit is treating sports like a time to rest. Plus, I really recommend taking culture.
Mister Supranational Puerto Rico 2023 is Raphael Pagan. He holds a bachelor's and master's degree in psychology and is currently employed by the Department of Education in Puerto Rico as a school psychologist. In the future, he hopes to create a corporation that focuses on the providing services of evaluation and therapy for children. He used to be a volleyball player and also enjoys going to do beach and doing road trips. He hopes to inspire others by leading by example and being an authentic person. His From the Ground Up SCSI project is called Speak Your Voice. You are a child too, and it focuses on educating people on emotional responsibility. Umar Isa Bengura is Mister Supranational Sierra Leone 2023. He hails from Freetown and is currently working as an international model and entrepreneur. Uthman describes himself as someone who is filled with positive energy, and he loves modeling, playing the piano, cooking, and listening to music. He is one of the most sought-out models in his country, has invested his income in being a property owner, and has launched his own brand, Wepati. He started Wepati Foundation with the aim to support blind kids and kids with polio in Africa. His dream is to help these kids get quality education to help them improve their lives. Mister Supranational Slovak Republic 2023 is Tomas Benko. Tomas is 30 years old and 186 centimeters tall. A former hockey player from Zilina, he participated in the TV show Survivor CSC in 2022. He loves doing fitness, travel, mountains, and he have a healthy lifestyle. Mister Supranational South Africa 2023 is Tylo Ribiero. Tylo is 30 years old and 177 centimeters height. Tylo is from Centurion in Gauteng. Tylo enjoys adventure sports such as river rafting, skydiving, and hiking. He is a part-time photographer and videographer. Mister Supranational Spain is Ivan Alvarez. This industrial engineer in the automotive industry will compete to become the first European to win Mister Supranational in July. He is a qualified industrial engineer in the automotive industry and describes himself as a goal-orientated person who constantly tries to set new targets once he achieves his goals. Ivan hopes to own his own company in the automotive industry sector. Participating in competitions like these was a chance for Ivan to get out of his comfort zone. He believes that there should be no obstacles that stand in our way when we believe we are doing something that is right for us. Ivan's from the Ground Up Project Support Cancer Awareness, and he has been working hard by participating in a series of events in association with onsound.eu focused on this. Mister Supranational Thailand 2023 is Top Nadanan Naratanyaviran. He is from the southern part of Thailand and finished his undergraduate degree in economics, and his love for fashion inspired him to start his own t-shirt brand. He describes himself as an easygoing person, and he hopes to always comes across as sincere. Nadanan really wants to live by the motto of Mister Supranational, aspirational and inspirational through all his actions and his behavior. Besides being a model, he is nominated to be a tourism ambassador of his beloved hometown, Nakhon Sri Thammarat. Nadanan says he made a promise to himself, his people in his hometown and his nation that he will be the first man from Nakhon Sri Thammarat to stand at the top of the world. Mister Supranational Trinidad and Tobago 2023 is Quentin Yallery. Quentin is 27 years old and 192 centimeters tall, is from St. Augustine, Trinidad and Tobago. The former high school valedictorian and head boy graduated with a BSc, actuarial science degree from the University of the West Indies. Mister Supranational United States 2023 is Daniel Zamita. Daniel is 23 years old and 189 centimeters tall. Actor, model, and flight attendant. He holds a bachelor's degree in theater. UAU is 21. Daniel really loves to play beach volleyball, surfing, reading, and content creating. Mister Supranational Venezuela 2023 is George Nunez. George is 28 years old and 187 centimeters tall, is a civil engineer graduated from the University of Zulia, Luz, a personal trainer with a certificate in nutrition, a fitness athlete, and a model. He is remembered for being Mr. Venezuela 2019 and top 29 of Mr. World 2019. Tawanda Janike is Mister Supranational Zimbabwe 2023. He is currently working as a commercial and fashion runway model in his country and also pursuing a career in data science. Tawanda enjoys reading, watching films, and sharing his knowledge and skills with new models who are hoping to enter the industry. His long-term goal is to build a marketing and modeling agency which helps both people and businesses soar and become what they are truly meant to be. That's it, the 37 contestants for Mister Supranational 2023. As you can see, the competition will be very hot and fierce. Who is your favorite contestant? Thank you for watching. Press the subscribe, like, and share buttons if you like this content. Ciao.
Stand by.
Lusakanu.
Your every updates channel.